Hello Leo, and welcome to your October reading. So, October already, the month of Shamain, Halloween, and especially this month we have two full moons, not two moons, but two full moons during the month and a new moon. So the first full moon is on the 1st of October, full moon in Aries. So Aries rules the first house of I am. So it is our passion, our self, our identity, and all of that. There's a peak that arrives here. And the first house is a very important house because we can only reach as far as where we identify ourselves. Okay, if I can't identify myself on the top of the mountain, I cannot reach the top of the mountain. So here, full moon in Aries. Then we have a new moon in Libra, and that is the Justice card. That is balance. And then we have another full moon, but this time in Taurus, ruler of our second house, which is the house of value, house of possessions, our value, our self-value, and what we can gather, what is mine. This is, all of that. So, on this month, of course, these two moons, and the second moon is called a blue moon, and it's going to be right on Halloween's night, Shamain, where the veil between the two worlds will be very thin. So it is a very good month to receive omens and things like that. So be on the lookout. Okay. After meditating on your energy, the first card that came out, Seven of Pentacles. So that tells me that this is a waiting energy. I'm doing my due diligence. I'm working, but I haven't seen the result that I am expecting, that I want, where I've been putting my efforts. I haven't received my fruits. Then I have the Seven of Wands and the Two of Pentacles. So right there, I'm using my willpower here to defend, and this is what I want, and this is my goal. But there is a little disbalance happening between those two pentacles here. Now those two pentacles can be many things, because if you look at it, this is the eternity symbol, okay? But for it to be balanced, it would need to be like this. There's a disbalance. These two pentacles can be two opposite things that don't go well together. I have a lack mentality. I want to be abundant. Two of Pentacles. I want to be vegetarian, but I crave for a steak. I'm awful inside. I smile outside. As soon as you have this kind of discrepancy between the two, it makes an emotional up and down. It prevents us from receiving our fruits and all of that. After that, I have the Hangman. So they're telling me that during the month, the universe is kind of putting a hold on everything until you kind of clear this. But once you get that enlightenment of the Hangman, because the Hangman is not stopping everything for just the fun of it. It's so that you can get that little enlightenment by looking at all of this from a completely different angle. And that is what is going to be able to bring you what is coming. So here, waiting, working, putting your energy. I have Temperance. Temperance is a card of divine timing, of brewing. What was happening was nothing was happening. There were roots being spread. There was maturing happening. So there was work being done in the invisible part, but you weren't seeing it in the visible. Okay? Here, Knight of Pentacles. The walk was happening on another dimension, let's say. Okay? Under your Two of Pentacles. Ten of Swords, Five of Pentacle. There it is. That's the pentacle that is disbalancing everything. So, Five of Pentacle. That's what I was saying. I want abundance, but I have a lack mentality. And a lack mentality is very subtle. Even if we're in more of a easy for us to sacrifice for the sake of others, it is the Five of Pentacle. Not thinking that the universe is actually working for our happiness, but that we are left out in the cold, not supported and all of that, because that has been our reality until now. Five of Pentacle. Carrying all our hurts and all of that. Just preventing ourselves from going into that church. Whatever is preventing ourselves from going into that church and be in abundance. And here with the Ten of Swords, that tells me that whatever was the belief, the mentality around this, what you have the lies you bought, people like you will never ... or whatever. Life is hard. You gotta work hard, and you'll never be, if something good happens, there's a shoe that's coming after. It's always these kinds of beliefs that keeps us there, and that creates this balance. Here with the Ten of Swords, this is reaching the end of that pattern, that mental pattern that kept you there. Being conscious of it, because all of a sudden we kind of realize the price we've paid from believing in this. Oh, I see. And I understand now that my reality is more than what I see and what I've experienced until now. That's the mudra he makes with his fingers here, laying on the ground. He gets that understanding. The sun is coming up. Clarity is coming up. When I was talking about those two pentacles here, one is the invisible, the other one is the visible. Spirituality, religion, ether, material. It's always, feminine, masculine. It's always flowing into one another. So in your beliefs, in what you've carried inside of you, if you still had that inside of you, that is what is disbalancing your thing. But your willpower to fight through it, this is going through using our pure willpower to help us, even if we hadn't seen results before, like you probably were still continuing, even if you didn't see results, just going through the motions here. But now you are ready, divine timing, to be conscious of what was exactly holding you back. And in order to see it, you had to look at all of this from a completely different angle. And allow a beautiful Ace of Cups. If some of you were waiting for a union, a relationship, that would be it, arriving at the end of the month. Or if not, this is, because under that I have the Magician and the Queen of Cups. This is finally understanding that feeding the invisible will really affect your visible. But you can put all the efforts you want in the matrix, in the reality. If in the invisible part you still have that, it will never reach on the other side. So by allowing more serenity, inspiration, peace, self-love within the vibration of yourself, Queen of Cups, opening up the gates, you get into your Magician, into your power of manifestation. Some of you, you're going to manifest a union, a partnership, any association or whatever, but the mirrors in your life will have actually risen on a vibrational level. Let's clarify this for you, my beautiful Leos. All right. I call upon the divine. I call upon the light. I call upon the Holy Spirit. Help me clarify this reading for Leos for the month of October. Here is our justice anyway, because we have this beautiful new moon on Libra on your 10 of Swords. Bringing back balance, but through understanding. So you gotta have that clarity about this, that enlightenment that the Hangman has been hanging things for you until you get that. Until you don't have to, you know, when you get it, you won't have to like put so much energy into trying to balance an unbalanced situation. You will not be swimming against the current anymore. Show me. Oh, all right. Okay. Two of Swords. Ultimately, it will be a decision of what is your truth. What do you want to build? Three of Pentacles. Exactly. In your life. Three of Pentacles is the three aspects of building, manifesting. You have the priest, the architect, and the craftsman here on that depiction. The priest is the will to create. He's the one that orders the church. The architect is having the vision of the shape it's going to take. The will, the vision of the shape that it's going to take. And the third is the craftsman, to actually physically do it. Have the knowledge and the capacity, the craftsmanship to manifest it in the concrete. Clarify the Seven of Wands and the Two of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles. Page of Swords. You are going to see, there's that, I get it. He just grabbed an Ace of Swords. We're going to go from Two of Swords. So in a way, what is my reality? Lack? Abandonment? Struggling? Juggling? Or abundance? Being in my power of manifestation, filled with the love and unconditional love here and inspiration. So what is my reality? You actually had to rise your vibration in order to arrive in front of that choice and to actually make a choice. Here, you take it. I see, it's clear, and now I can start acting, building, doing things, and starting to see results out of the choice you're going to make. Let's look at your Hangman. Ooh. What do we have? High Priestess and Moon. All of this was happening, and here I have the Ten of Wands. I'm not surprised because of the full moon in Aries. A lot of people got the Ten of Wands. Aries is a fire sign. Wands, full moon is the sum of, you know, the expansion of the way we are, who we are, how we bring ourselves out there, how we bring our willpower out there. So there is that, all of that was in the moon, in your unconscious, in the invisible part, okay, ruled by the High Priestess. In the invisible part, you are getting the enlightenment on everything that was hidden in your subconscious, unconscious, name it like you want, so that you can start seeing results here, and so that you can actually finish the past cycle. Temperance. Strength. Slowly rising yourself, because this must be in your Lion, okay, these two cards. And here, when I said a choice, Two of Swords, Two of Wands, that means you've grabbed, there's an Ace of Wands there, a new way of doing things, of putting your will out there, of aiming your willpower. The lion is our programming, it's our ego, but it's that the ego has a purpose in this reality to help us survive. He's the one that tells us, you gotta eat, you gotta stay alive, this is dangerous, don't go there, I'm trying to keep you safe in this crazy materialistic world. The lady is our higher self, the soul that came down here to live that experience. Strength is a beautiful harmony between the two, because the lion understands that in this, that the higher self knows better. That's why she's not forcing down, killing her ego. She's charming it so that he becomes a servant for the purpose of the soul. And that, from that perspective, opens up a brand new path for you. Let's look at your Knight of Pentacle, Empress. So, there I have the 5 of Pentacle and the 8 of Sword. All of this, nothing happening, all of that. That was like a mental jail where you believed in the 5 of Pentacle, lack. She is abundance, that is lack. They don't go together. They cannot be in harmony, those two vibrations. Your higher self knows about the Empress. She's your feminine that allows abundance in from spirit world into material world, ruled by Venus. And that second full moon, Taurus, is ruled by Venus. So here, this is all going to be to allow abundance into your life, Leo. Woo! Yeah. Your 10 of Sword here. Okay. I have a lot of cards. Here I have the Queen of Wands. The Devil. And here I have the 3 of Wands that came with it. In a way, because the devil limits us, telling us, this is your reality. This is your reality. This is the reality. There's nothing else. Don't try looking in front of you to receive both. That's why the hand gesture here. Because here, his hand gesture, this mudra, means all you see is all there is. That's it. His, all I see is not all that there is. There's a whole dynamic in play here that defines my reality. It is not set in stone. So here, you are facing your demon that made you believe this month, so that you can be back into your power, going from powerless to I am listening to my higher self and rebalancing things so I can be in my power of manifestation. Let's look at that 5 of Pentacle here. Here's our 8 of Sword, 9 of Sword, 8, 9, 10. That's why that cycle has to finish. And here you are, King of Wands. We had the Queen of Wands there, King of Wands, so that you can be in full power of your willpower. To go for what you want, to go for what you dream. Here, he can't really go for what he wants because he's blocking himself mentally with his anxiety and his belief that lack is reality and that he has to sacrifice or whatever. So he's not out there going for his dream. And you're Leo, you have to follow your solar plexus, your will and your joy. And here you have inspiration, Leo, Empress, of something that you did want to bring forward, but actually applying it and bringing it on was obstructed by your beliefs, by your programming. But now is the good time to surpass that. Ace of Cups. So that's why the Hangman is actually making you see, the Hangman here, making you see everything that is ruled by the invisible from a different angle. And here is the Page of Wands, so that you can start grabbing an extra wand here. Your enthusiasm, your passion, and going forward like that, receiving messages and giving messages that are filled with love and a capacity to vibrate and be happy, make your heart sing on a much higher level. So whatever it is that you were trying to bring forward but did not dare, here at the end of the month, you are going to go for it, because you will have looked at all of this from a different point of view, from a different angle with the Hangman. Let's look at the Queen of Cups and the Magician. You're gonna choose to take the path of Six of Pentacles, not Five of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles. That new path, that new will, that new direction here is a direction where you are going to allow more emotionally and open yourself to give and receive from a fulfilled place. No more sacrifice, no more lack, no more I'm leaving myself out in the cold because that's my reality. It's going to be on a completely different level. And the mirrors in your life are going to show that. If they used to bring anxiety, worry, and all of that, then it's going to be something else. Because they were just mirroring what you believed inside. That's why it is important for you to choose what is my reality. Is my reality just putting efforts and never really getting anything? Is that my reality? Smiling outside, feeling bad inside, but using my willpower to just move on and continue carrying this. What the yearning of your soul and what High Priestess, Empress, Strength, that invisible part is trying to bring you more, and you are going to give it credit this month and make that choice. So you're going to acknowledge the invisible, and that's going to make the whole difference. That's how you're going to defeat this guy. All right, Leo? So yeah, it's going to bring you more love. That's for sure. I'm going to call it more love, but you understand that it is much more than that. Okay? So on this, my beautiful Leos, I'm going to send you all my love and light for the month of October. If you want a private reading, the description is below with my address. Thank you for sharing, commenting, and subscribing to help grow the channel. And also, thank you for the ones of you that gave donations. First, a new moon and the full moons. I'm going to do a ceremony to give you back. Also, during those crazy times of 2020 where things happen from all sides, remember that you are the one holding the light in your life. And so on this, I'm going to send you mine, love and light. And I'll see you next month. All right?